Welcome back, everyone, and today we are going to be doing an Ollie's fishing challenge. For those of you that don't know what Ollie's is, it's a outlet store. They got a bunch of cheap stuff. Well, I mean, they've got some cheap stuff. They've got some good stuff in there too, for better prices than most stores have. It's pretty much when all these stores don't sell something, or they've got damaged items, or just stuff like that. They send them here. They've got a decent fishing section this time of year. I was just here a few weeks ago, and there were a bunch of Zoom speed worms, and they also had Lucky Craft crankbaits, like a bunch of them. But in today's video, we're not going to be using those baits. We're going to be at least the Lucky Crafts. We've got about 10 to 12 bucks that we're going to spend in here, and we're going to go get as many baits as we can in that price that I have. And we're just going to go out to a local pond, fish with them, and just do a challenge to try to catch a fish with every one of these baits. Like I said, we're not going to be using Lucky Craft crankbaits that they have in here. That's one of the better lures I know they have. They've got a few off-brand lures in here that we may grab one or two of, and they've just got some cheap stuff too that we may grab a few of too. So we're going to grab some of those baits, and yeah, we're going to make it interesting. We're not going to grab the typical baits that I'm going to be using. So let's get in there and grab some of these baits. All right, so we are going to go through a little bit about what we found in there. We got in, there were a few people there, and they really didn't want me filming in there too much. So yeah, I ended up just not filming in there. Grabbed the baits. I searched for a few minutes to try to find the ones I thought were best for this challenge and that I haven't used too much. There's two baits in here I've used, but they have been a long time ago. I haven't used them in years, and one bait that I haven't used. So first up is a Zoom Lizard, and I believe, what is this in? This is in Plum. So I got this because it's just a pretty good color. I usually do not fish with lizards at all. I don't like fishing with lizards. So yeah, I think they'll work there, but I just do not like fishing with lizards. So next up that we found is this Havoc Crawl Fatty. I've used it a few times a while back, never had any luck with it, so I never used them again. But it's just a simple creature bait. I don't see why it shouldn't work, but I've just never had much luck on it. So we will try using those and see if we can't have much luck on it. And the next bait, I've never used one before. Ow! Well, it definitely has sharp hooks. So it got hung up on something in my cup holder because the package broke open. But this next one, since the package broke, as you can see, is a Norman lure. And there it is. It was on sale for $4 there. It says it's normally $6 anywhere else, but yeah, it's just a little Norman lure. I've never used a Norman before. I've heard good things about them, just never used them. So I think this should work. I've used colors like this before out there, and they work well, but it's just a Norman, and I've never used it before. So I figured it'd be a good time to use it. So I spent a few bucks on it. This came in as a total of like $8.55. I couldn't find anything else to get it down under $10. So these are the baits we're going to be using. Now this challenge just going to be catching one bait or one fish on each bait and move through until we catch one on every single one of these lures. So let's get out there and get to fishing. All right, guys, I believe you guys can see everything right here, but so as I showed you a second ago, we just got out here. It started to rain a little bit, so we held off and just got out here. But as I showed you a second ago, got all the baits rigged up. We decided to throw the creature bait on a shaky head because it was one of the smaller profile baits. We got the square bill right here, the Norman square bill, and then we've got the lizard on a Texas rig. So that's what we're going to be using today. We're about to hop on the kayak, get out there, try to get back in the shaded area of this lake. As you guys can see, it's a little bit windy. I'm going to try to get in the shaded area just so you guys don't have to deal with any wind right here. So we're going to get at it and try to get a bait or get a fish on every one of these baits. Ooh, you guys, it's a chilly one today. It's I think it was said 43 when I was on my way out here. So yeah, it's cold out, but gotta grind to get these videos out. It's sprinkling a little bit right now, not too bad. So I think should be able to get this video completely done before it rains. So we are heading, if you guys can see, straight back here towards the corner. It's out of the wind over there, so get better audio, and we're gonna get started back there. Usually I have pretty good luck right back here. All right, we just got back here. As you guys can probably see, it's sprinkling back here and it's picking up a little bit, but we're gonna try to get this challenge done for you guys. I just started off throwing this little lizard down through here on a Texas rig. I don't know if they're gonna be up shallow back here yet. They may be out real deep today since this cold weather came through. Oh, there's a bite. Come on, come back for it. Just a real quick nibble back here. Right back where I just casted. Which I'm really surprised that there's not more fish right back here in this tree. Unless there are, but I just don't see them. All right, come on. There has to be a fish right down here that wants this lizard. I know there are. I've caught fish in here with a lizard before. A long time ago, but I've caught them. We'll cast it a little bit deeper now. See if that may be where they're at. I see a fish jumping straight ahead of me. There's a lot of brush around here, so there has to be a fish. I always catch them back here on these logs. Honestly, guys, I thought this was going to be the easiest bait to catch fish on. Just because it resembles kind of like a Senko. And usually catch some on Senkos out here. As we are not having very good luck at all. We just changed up to the shaky head with the fatty crawl on it. See how this works. And I'm hoping it'll work a little bit faster than, or a little bit better than the last two, because I've only had one bite so far, and usually I kill it out here. So I think they're just a little bit deeper than what I'm thinking they are. And they're on these drop-offs over here. On this side, there's a nice drop-off on the side of the pond. It goes from a few feet down to like 15 foot. So we're gonna see if we can't work this little side of the bank and the drop-off to get a few fish. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, there's one. There is the first fish, guys. First fish of the day. Finally got one. Just a little guy, but all we're doing is trying to catch fish on these baits. So bait number one, which is the crawl fatty, is done. I knew this bank would probably have fish on it just because of that drop off that's on it. So we put down the crawl fatty on the shaky head, and now we are going to be throwing this lizard. So trying to get the lizard out of the way. I think in the same spot, same type of baits, kind of similar color, so we should be able to get another one. I am really struggling with this lizard. I can't get anything with it. Keep on getting stuck with it. May have to throw it on a shaky head. Oh, got one, got one, got one. Just a little one, but okay, finally. Finally, guys. That took way too long, but there we go, guys. That took way too long, but we got him. So Finally, the lizard is done. The last one we have is the Norman squarebill. So we are going to get to throwing that. I seriously just thought with that lizard that I just got stuck again because I was throwing right up near brush, but I wasn't, so that's good. That's good. Hopefully now we can just get one with this squarebill and then move on because it's getting cold. Well, guys, that did not go as expected, and I just can't catch a fish on this Norman today. It's just cold. It doesn't dive deep enough for what these fish are sitting in, and just no luck with it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to complete the challenge with this Norman today. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video about going out and doing the Ollie's fishing section challenge today. So we ended up catching fish on the lizard and the, the fatty crawl by Berkeley. So we caught fish on both of those, which I mean, I expected. I expected to catch a lot more fish than what we caught. We caught two, and they were both real small. They were deep and straight up against structure. So I think that's why that squarebill didn't work too well, because it only dove about 4 or 5 feet, and it just didn't get down deep enough for what those fish are in right now. They're in about 10 to 15 feet down here. So, oh well, we will get them in the next challenge video, though. If you guys have any challenge videos you suggest me doing, let me know, and I will definitely do those challenge videos. I'm looking to do a lot more challenge videos upcoming here in the next few weeks, few months, really whenever. So drop any video ideas you guys have in the description, and I'll make sure I do those. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode coming in the next few days, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching, guys.